I mean, I wasn't, trading well, but I started in the markets in the summer of '99. Uh, Here I am, 25 years later. That's like half my life. Interestingly enough. Okay, teaching for a very good chunk of that. Here's the disclosures. As always, be careful out there. We're not advisors. We're not brokers. We don't give advice. We don't give guidance. This is for educational, illustrative purposes. So, as always, be careful out there. Okay, well, let's get into the market. See what we think. Well, it was started as a bad day, and my goodness, the Dow leads the stock slide 400 points as rising yields continue to rattle investor nerves. The S&P's down about 0.64. You can see it started down, tried to get up off the lows, stalled out, dropped back down across the board. The Dow's down 1%. Now, it didn't get better, it didn't get worse. The NASDAQ actually got a little better. The NASDAQ started more like 0.75% down. Now we're only about 0.5%. The Russell's down 1.5%. Started bad, stayed bad. Oil started good. Reversed, down 1%. We'll take a look. As far as trading goes, we would like to see oil continue to ease, which would then remove some pressures that it has put on for the stock market, inflationary pressures. Remember, the last report, the increase was higher, therefore energy costs were elevated. Number two, rent. And that's a little bit of a self-fulfilled problem, right? Self-fulfilled prophecy in its problem, because right now, because interest rates are high, rent stays high, which means inflation stays high, and we got ourselves a bit of a cyclical problem. Okay. What else? What else is happening? The older bearded guy looks concerned. His head is in his hand. On my watch list, I'm curious what the weakness in American Airlines may bring. What Musk should tell Trump about electric vehicles? I don't care about either person. Don't care that much about electric vehicles. Washington pushes for new AI rules. I'm trying to think back of we need rules for this travel through the air, unless it's to some extent. So we want some new AI rules. That's fine. I mean, I'm assuming it's, in regards to generative AI content, meaning producing pictures and things along those lines. Consumer confidence rebounds. Fed warns against rising delinquency rates, calls it a leading indicator that things are about to get worse. And revered Sir Austin Gould. Now, when Goolsby speaks, I listen. I listens. I listens. I listens. Very interesting. I wonder if there is a chart for that. Bob, delinquency rates chart. We should make a chart of it. Uh, 3.2% of debt in some stage of delinquency versus what? 8.979 annually, although the transition from mortgages increased by 0.3 remains low. Yeah. Are you just making noise? I'll look into this. I'll send him a text and an email and see if he's willing to respond, give me a personal response. He didn't really give us any context. He's just like, I'm worried. It's up a little. Up? How much? From what? How worrisome is it? What should we expect? Context, Goolsby. Disappointing. Disappointing. Bob put a link out there. What is this? St. Louis Fed. Okay, got some more information. Love it. What else is happening? Today is Wednesday. And today we had, so you saw it? No, what day is today? Yeah, today's Wednesday, all day, right? All day. Yesterday, consumer confidence had kind of an unexpected spike. 96 to 102. Homes went up one little tick, but they were up. Tomorrow we have jobless claims. GDP, it would be great if it didn't fall all the way to 1.2, but 1.2 has already been forecasted, right? It's already in the cards. So, yeah. Okay. What else? GDP tomorrow. We have some retail inventories. And then the big news is on Friday, right? We have income expected to drop, but still advance, right? So it's lower than its increase. It was an increase of 0.5. It's still set to increase 0.3, but that's a reduced amount. But spending is also expected to drop. And remember that the expectation for spending to drop is very, very helpful when it comes to inflationary pressures. Very important when it comes to inflationary pressures. Okay, let's look at some things. Here's the market. Stella says flat. I can't disagree. I'm bullish. If you're curious, where's my forecast? Well, son of a gun. My forecast stayed the same at a 5. I think I was going to reset my computer and I closed a few things down. Rather than go dig it up, we'll look at it on Friday. I'm bullish overall, but I do feel like, my posture was unchanged from week to week. Unchanged from week to week. So, yeah, I'm still overall bullish. The VIX is overall low. I mean, it looks pretty good. Let's go through the markets. SPY. Let's see. Let's go QQQ. Okay. Bullish on the NASDAQ. Okay. And the NASDAQ has been leading the way for us recently. Here's the IWM. IWM. IWM not looking so good. Right? A little bit of a downturn here. Okay, let's keep going. And let's go to the DIA. I'm expecting the Dow to be a downturn as well. Yeah. Okay. Let's keep looking. Oh, look at that rebound. What do you guys think about that? I am skeptical. I am definitely skeptical. Okay. Cyclical. Here we are getting close to the end of June. What do we typically see here as we get to the end of the end of May, early June? Sideways, it can meander up a little bit. It can definitely drop from where we are now. I would say caution. Let caution prevail. Here's the heat map today. Where are we strong? Let's go have a good look here at that looked awfully green, right? I'm like, that's not today. Nvidia stays okay, Apple okay, Uber, Netflix, mostly it's red. Great. The market has looked overbought. We've been in a consolidation. I don't think that recognizing and acknowledging that is an issue. It is what it is. The market has, in my opinion, based on my analytical, what I see in my analytics, has recovered all the way to the strength that it was. No, I haven't got back to 6.5, anywhere in there. I'm a 5. 5 is good. It's not great. Good. It's a 5. Last week it was a 5. So I would say that conditions have stabilized and are more stable. I mean, if you look at the VIX, which we will here in a moment, the VIX is very low. Still below 15. We might even be below 14, come to think of it. But what does this tell us? This tells me that we're, in a consolidation. Fed watch. We are now 3 weeks. Exactly 3 weeks from today. No expectation of a rate cut in June. July, 6 weeks later. Uh, 10-1 against, basically. September, this is where we had seen probability in favor of a cut, but not now. In fact, we're 53-41 against. Okay. What we need is a quiz. Let's keep going. Let's see. November, that's our first probability. Right? That's the very first time. And it's barely in November now. Barely favorable probability. And that's going to November. Increasingly, it's looking like we're not going to, we potentially may not get that cut this year. Right? It is what it is. That's just sort of the facts. Okay. All right. Quiz, VIX, watch list. Let's get to the quiz. SPY. All right, so a little bit of momentum now. So, A's. No, I'm going to make it even just a little easier than that. A's. C. 526.40. 527.15. ABC. What do you think? A, B, C. Come on, where is everybody? The one day when we have like where the quiz doesn't get enough participation, well, I'm gonna shut it down. We'll shut it down. We don't want the quiz if the quiz isn't wanted. B. Got it. Here we go. Now it's coming in. Dennis is an A. Bob is an A going up. LK is a B. Okay. I'm going to join LK as a B. I'm going to join as a B. Let's see. Okay. Well, we have enough. We'll continue. You guys have me nervous for a minute there. I'm like, wait, is this the end? Is this the end of the quiz? Stella says, what does Stella say? Let's get down to business. 1 hour, 1 day. Stella says 526.44. 526.44, which is here. Stella's a B. Okay. Dennis Bob A. LK Scott, Stella B's. Everybody else is abstaining. Boo. Boo. Okay. Okay. That's everybody? Good. Yeah, real flat today. You can see we got down, ran up, boom, resistance. Came down, ran up, boom, resistance. Came down, ran up, boom, resistance. Came down, ran up. Is it now that we start thinking about getting through today's volume? Real low. We've only had a couple of days, both days low. Stochastics, I mean, this looks like it's starting to develop into, this looks like it's developing, in my opinion, into a potential tradable consolidation. Okay. All right. Thoughts, questions, concerns? Let's get into the watch lists. Okay. CCJ, Cameco. I don't know what it is. Okay, let's get cracking. I actually ran some searches, put a few new things on. Should be interesting. Apple. Apple looks bullish. Yeah, Apple looks bullish. I would actually say viably bullish if you're looking for something. ACB trying to hold the 50, trying to get ready to try turn back up again. We'll see. That's pretty good. That's a $1.30 up there. If I can catch it by 640, I have $1.10 to the upside. And I should be able to take maybe 35 cents to the downside. Yeah, I can get 3 to 1. AIG is looking pretty strong. Right? AIG is looking pretty strong. AMD. Okay. AMD. Like it's getting ready. I would say I'd put my stop just underneath, and yeah, I think this looks like it's ready to make another run. If that's not what you're looking for, what are you looking for? Okay. AXP looks fantastic. I love financials. I love AXP. I think AXP looks great. What more do you want to say? I mean, look already how much good-looking stuff there is. We're not even through the A's. Boeing, nah. Bank of America. It's pulling back, setting up. I like it. BCS. A little early. Barclays. I'm just kind of watching it. Was inspired by watching Ted Lasso? No. I mean, I did watch it. It was a good show. Barclays. All right, let's keep going. Citigroup. Like Bank of America, like American Express, the financial sector is looking strong. It's setting up. A nice candidate here. Caterpillar down. I liked Caterpillar, but now that it's below the 50 and now that it's having a hard time, I'm getting a little more like, well, we'll see. The more days it spends below the 50, the less likely I am to want to trade it. CL, Colgate-Palmolive, setting up. I think it looks close. CMG, kind of got hit today. CNM, down. Down but viable. Oh, look at that oil trade. Yeah. ConocoPhillips down almost 4% today. We love to see that. Love it, love it. Costco, overextended. Nothing there. CRBG, I think CRBG is close. Corebridge Financial. So we have a few new financials and a few new industrials and a couple new got hurt a little bit with the American news, but only a little bit. Right? But only a little bit. Let's keep going. The Dow down. EQH New, still watching it. ERJ. Oh, here we go. Here's an industrial. It's new. I think it has a nice look to it. Yeah. FCX. Iffy in the middle. Bob, you in that one still? GBTC. Bitcoin looks like it could be ready to bounce again on a little bit of a consolidation. If you like it, be ready for it. Gee, we bring good things to life. I made a little on that one and then got out, and I'm thinking that might be pulling back, ready for another bite. So I got in, stopped out, got in, made a little, then got out. Here we go. SCCO, way more better. SCCO, is that Southern Copper? Southern Copper. Gold. Google looks bullish. Looks close, ready to go. HIMS is new. I mean, it's got some momentum, but I just barely, putting it on, trying it on, see how it feels. IWM, pulling back, maybe. KBH, maybe. Coca-Cola. MFC, Manulife Financial. Looks good, pulling back. Setting up. 3M, setting up. Defensive. Consumer staples. Morgan Stanley, setting up. Financials. Microsoft, we'll see. Micron, we'll see. Netflix. NVIDIA, the beast, continues to roar. The beast. The beast. QQQ. I mean, yeah, I think it's clear that technology, right? I think it's clear that technology is the strength once again. So, yeah. Okay. Okay, what else? Yeah, so the Qs, right? We know that's where Stella had the strength, was in the Qs. We're definitely seeing a lot of strength in technology overall, right? Overall, as a group, technology is definitely something that we see strong. Let's keep looking. RTX, industrials, and in this case, defensive industrials. There we go. All right. Let's see. SLV at an all-time high. Okay, let's take a look. Do I not have silver? Let's see silver. Hi-ho, silver away. Silver, oh yeah, look at all-time high. Consolidating, ready for another run. I do think it looks like it's popped, and it looks like it wants to try to run again. I would agree with that assessment. I would definitely agree with that assessment. Taiwan Semiconductor. If you like semiconductors, I would rather wait for something like this to pull back a little bit, right? To pull back a little bit. Ooh. So my line in the sand is 28, basically 28.80, and then the safety valve is 29. I do not want to see the dollar breaking out to the upside. I think that is going to put stress on the market. Apol and Coach Verify agree. Yep, that's it. I don't know. I mean, look, I think that we're right on the window, but we don't know if this sell-off is done yet. Yeah, we're still not quite sure. Oh, I didn't even realize I still had these numbers on here. They just showed up again. Okay, the VIX. We've jumped, but only to the previous high. Right? The previous high. It is stalled. Oh, I feel like we could come away from this. Okay, right? Yeah, I'm actually feeling like this seems reasonable. Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I think there's a little bit of a surge, but not much. Let's see, VRT. If TLT breaks, yeah, we'll take a look at that. We'll take a look at that. Okay, let's keep looking. Let's take a look at that TLT. I look at the dollar, but we could definitely be looking at the bonds. Let's take a look here. Yeah. Let's take a look at where they were last year. So you can kind of see this is in that same area, right? When bonds broke down, right? When bonds broke down, that's really put some stress on the market. So I agree. I think those two things are happening simultaneously. We're watching the dollar for any strength, and we're watching the bonds to see if they break down any further. Dell has been strong as can be. That has been interesting, right? I agree with that. Very, very interesting. Okay. What else? Yeah, let's take a look at Dell. I think that there are setups. I just think we have to be patient. Look at that. It is soaring, isn't it? It just keeps on going. Yeah, sure did. All right. Well, let's take a look at here's Wells Fargo. So a lot of financials look strong right now. A lot of financials look strong. Walmart, just waiting for a pullback. Materials are pulling back to some extent. Communication services still strong, but needs a pullback. Energy dropping. Financials setting up. Industrial setting up. I like both of those. Soaring into earnings is right. Technology. So technology looks great. It's back at new highs. I mean, we really, there's no complaints. What else? XLP. Staples looks great right now. If you don't like Staples, you can go with or individual stocks. You could definitely end up going with a with the ETF. Yeah, the ETF is a viable opportunity for sure. Yeah, we have some time. Let's see, utilities. If you have anything you want to look at, we may call it early tonight because I'm not going to force a trade. Utilities look strong, right? I would say, look, utilities looks very strong actually. XLV, healthcare, same thing. I'm not a big fan of the individual stocks. So if I were to do anything, it's going to be with the ETF. And lastly, Zim. Integrated shipping. You can see, look at the momentum. Just had earnings. Earnings were good. I'm waiting for a pullback. Yeah, why not? Why not? It has options, but they look expensive. So I've added a few more to my list. Right now, I think that we have setups forming in multiple sectors, but we have to be convinced that the selling is done. Today, it came back a little bit, but tomorrow is going to be more important. If tomorrow we have another selling day, then the consolidation continues. I think there's a good chance that on Friday, we may see signals in our session together. So that'll be on Friday morning. Okay, let's go look at the momentum now. So what happened? We made a run up, tested up in this area, smashed back down. I don't think it's going to go lower, right? I don't think it's going to go lower. But it definitely looks like today. Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, I could jabber for a little while. But unfortunately, the power flash again had to reboot. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it looks like it's selling off. I think we're going to end up flat. We may sell again tomorrow, And then possibly Friday's news is our catalyst, and maybe the market could get a jump. Coming back like Friday's close. Maybe so. Maybe so. All right. Yep. I'm calling it. B's, congratulations. Shiny gold medals. A's, sorry. Better luck next time. We didn't have any C's, so not much we could do with that. Okay. Well, I mean, look, we had some interesting times, and I don't think we're out of them yet, but we certainly seem to have shaken a lot of it off. That the sellers are going to try to take it even further. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. All right. Perfect. Plenty of time coming back. Yeah, it looks like it might not even. It looks like it won't be the B's. It looks like the B's are going to lose too. Crazy. Okay. Yeah, we're calling it. Oh man, I'm going to call nobody wins. I changed my mind. The C's are who would win, but we didn't have any C's. So no winners. A's and B's. Next time we'll try harder. In the meantime, we'll keep it up. Yeah. All right. Well, listen, it's good to see everybody. Well, market's actually fine. Don't get frustrated. Market looks fine. It's good to see you as always. And, of course, happy trading.